Good day, good time zones. Hi. So I've been asked a lot actually to put another video up of my makeup routine that I do. Um, I'm not gonna do my daily that I normally do because I had actually asked on Twitter what it is that you all would like to see. So, Valentine's look, since I suppose that's coming up, is what y'all wanted to look at. Normally, I would probably gravitate more toward like reds and, more romantic kind of looks, but I do tend to wear more pink than anything, especially in my eyeshadow palettes and stuff like that. So I am gonna go with a more pink look, but if you do want to see a more red romantic look as well, let me know and I'll consider recording that and getting that up before Valentine's Day as well. Yes. So first things first, I usually start with prepping my skin in the mornings. So I've already done all of my moisturizers and serums and stuff like that. And if you want a list of all of those things, I can make a skincare routine video. It's just not good for my setup currently, so I'd have to figure it out. But yeah, so my skin is already moisturized. My fingies are nice and clean. I've got all of my products laid out right here. And just a reminder, I do tend to do my makeup live on stream in the mornings sometimes. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled on social media and on Discord whenever I announce if I'm going to be doing my makeup live. So if you want to do a get ready with me with different looks. Yeah, let's get started. So first things first, I actually don't tend to wear primer unless I'm at like a convention or I'm going to be out for a very, very, very long time. So I tend to utilize my moisturizer as my primer personally, and then I go in with my MAC Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15, and I am in the color NC15. This is my winter shade is what I like to call it. I actually probably should get some more. And I don't have a really nice big mirror in front of my face, so I'm just going to be using a compact of the eyeshadow I'll be using later too. Alright, so I undo that. I don't have a pump. Probably should, but I don't, because that's just how it works for me. And I put it on a damp beauty sponge, and then I dab it everywhere. So another thing that I actually do, and it's not for everybody, I know a lot of people tend to use an actual like eyeshadow primer or concealer and stuff first and foremost, but I just use my foundation to go over my eyelids. I mean, it's a method that I've been using for a decade, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that's what I use. And it works perfectly fine. Not only that, but I'm going to powder all of this anyway, and I don't put a primer on top of that, so there's a cat hair. The audacity of you to try to get on my face. That's okay. Now that my foundation is all on, I then go in with my Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer from, is it Maybelline? Is this Maybelline? Where does it say it? Oh, it's like very invisible. Yes, it's Maybelline. And the color Neutralizer. You just do this a little bit. I'll just do lots of dotses. Boop, boop. I don't know what is right in the makeup world in regards to concealer, but this is what works for me. So that's what I go with. Then I blend it out. So I don't tend to actually put, if you look in closely, like a line of concealer right here, because I have freckles on my nose and I like them peeking a little bit. Even though nobody really sees it, but I know it's there and it brings me joy. So next I go in with my Dermablend Professional Loose Setting Powder. And this is just an original. It's supposed to be a translucent powder. I'm actually kind of almost out of it, but I don't really have a method to this. I just beat my face up with powder. I know that there's like the term baking. I've never really understood it. Like, I don't put a certain amount of powder somewhere for it to sit forever. I kind of just put enough to cover my surface and to make it not feel sticky. Don't forget to powder your neck. It helps a bit whenever you know, I'm sure people can relate to this, but whenever you're like out at, you know, an event or church or things like that, and you go and hug a friend that is taller than you, and you always leave a little bit of you on them because your makeup just kind of gets there. That's why I try to make sure to super powder my neck, because it always seems to be from like when you hug. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I left a little bit of me with you. If anybody has advice on how to have that not transfer, let me know, because I want to know your witchcraft. Alright, now that I've powdered until I feel like the desert, then I go in. Oh, wait. I should probably let you know what kind of skin texture that I have. So I grew up with pretty like normal to oily skin in Louisiana. I think that was just mainly due because of the humidity in the air and just how hot it was. But whenever I moved to Southern California where it's dry, I ended up getting very dry skin. And so that's what I mainly have is dry skin. So yeah, all these products work well on my dry skin, but I still like to make my face very matte just because it wears well for long days. So I got this brush, I think in an Ipsy bag a million moons ago. I have no idea the brand, like no idea. It's all scratched off, but this is what I use for bronzer, and I use the Hoola Benefit. What's it called? I have no idea. But I use this bronzer. And it comes with a brush. But I don't cut crease. I basically just put it all over the thing. And then I don't know. I just kind of put it around here. And I blend it up to my forehead. And then I put a little bit on my chin. Yeah, so now I look a little sun-kissed, and then I always put it over the bridge of my nose. And then another thing I do actually with my nose is I take this really old brush that I got. There's more cat hair. I'm gonna be a cat by the end of this. I got this as a Christmas gift 10 years ago. Actually, maybe 11 years ago now. It was like in a Kohl's little brush pack. It's soft. It works great. But I dip it in my bronzer. And then let me zoom in. And then I do this little number on my nose. I go over where my natural, like, little crease where it goes up is. And I just kind of shade that because I think it's really cute. Reminds me of like an anime character with like dirt on their nose or a band-aid. And I think it's darling. And then I go underneath the little bowl of my nose. That looks so funny. Blah, 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 blah. And then I will go up the sides. I don't like super bronze, so it's never too dark. I actually get kind of intimidated by that. But it looks cool. And then I take whatever excess there is and I put it underneath my bottom lip. I have a lip that kind of hangs over, so it helps shade it. I don't know if it actually does anything, but it makes me feel better. Okay, so that's my bronzing technique. And then I go in with blush. This is a Morphe B47. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the softest brush. I probably should use a softer brush, but I don't want to spend money on a softer brush. So this is what I got. I've had it for like 5 years. And then I'm using the Animal Crossing Colourpop Cosmetics blush in the color Flower Tender. I always wear coral blushes. I don't think I ever don't wear coral blushes unless I'll go for more of an orange. But other than that, you'll mostly always catch me in a coral blush. And also, there's another thing with me in blush. I am allergic to not wearing a lot of blush. I like to look like I've been stuck in a frozen winter for the last 30 years. And you can see it all over my face. And just when you think it's enough blush, add more. It's the life I live. And then I put it on my nose. Because I just think it looks so cute. Ta-da! So that's my blush. Then we're going to go in. I think this is also a Morphe brush. Yes. It's a Morphe and JS brush. I do not support them anymore, but I got this years ago. And that's it. So I go in first. I guess we'll zoom in for this. With my spoolie. And I just kind of get out the gunk of the powder and foundation that I was using earlier. I do not get my eyebrows done, so they are very scraggly. But I also have pretty naturally dark brows, which is really dope. But yeah, I go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Brown Powder Duo. And I go in with, there's like 2 colors. I go in with the lighter one first, which I don't know why I do it, because I kind of just blend them all together anyway. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to do my brows. I'll probably speed this up. So, sit tight. Okay, and that's my brow powder, but then I'm gonna go in with my NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel. Nothing fancy. And then I just take it and I glue it all down, basically. I like to feather mine upwards. I used to get bullied growing up for how bushy my brows were, and like my sister had really pretty thin brows because that was the style then. And now I'm kind of glad that I got bullied and I embrace my bushy brows. Because I just like the way that they look. And they're mine. And I'm grateful to them. They're not the cleanest looking brows that you can probably find on the internet. So, yeah. But this is what you get from me. Yeah, I think that they look great. Okay, so now we're gonna get into eyeshadow. So, my favorite palettes actually come from M Cosmetics. Like, they're just, look at how cute the little compacts are. They're so darling. And, like, look at the colors. Aren't they so pretty? Look at that. That's so pretty. Here, let me show you the other one that I have, too. This one is in Divine Skies. Like, they're so nice. This is the one I've been using a lot, and then I just got this one. So they're a little different, but they're also quite the same. So this one is in the palette. Oh wait, just kidding. This isn't Divine Skies. This is Venetian Rose, and then this one is in Magic Hour. So Magic Hour is my favorite. I actually also have the lipstick, and I have her lip gloss as well. I have the Magic Hour lipstick. It's really pretty. It's like a reflective rose goldy color as well. I love M Cosmetics. Please go live on them. Also, I have the mascara and the eyeliner. I use a lot, okay? So expect that. What I like to start with first is I tend to go in with this brighter pink. And I use that to practically cover all of my eyelid. Don't know why I stumbled saying eyelid. And I blend it up a little bit because I have what are called hooded eyes. So if I open my eyelids, you can see that they kind of sit on top of one another. And so you tend to lose a lot of the real estate, eyelid real estate. So the more that I take it above my crease, the more you will actually see when I have my eyes open. So just a little tip for my fellow hooded eyelided friends. Oh, I didn't tell you the brush. It's another Jeffree Star one. It's a little dirty. Leave me alone. Alright, and then I go in with that same color. Do these have names? They do. I've never looked at the names. They're on the back, evidently. I'm so silly. This one is called Sunset. So I take a bit more of Sunset, and I just kind of like push on my brush and put it on the tip of it. And then I just put it underneath my eye. And kind of bring it in. I got an eyelash. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with this one, the next pink. The darker pink, this one is in Phoenix. And I practically do the same thing, except I won't bring it into the middle of my lid. Ta-da! And then I do the exact same thing again. Take the brush, dab it in the top of it a bit. And I bring this out into the bottom lash line. And I take this one about midway through. And I feel like this would be such a pretty, just romantic Valentine's look as well. It's so cute. And then I go in with this brown, and it's called Terra. So I take that, and I just keep this around the crease. Or not the crease, the corner. And then bring it about midway through the crease. So just building up depth. Put it on the tip of my brush, and I line the outer corner of my lash line. And then, I don't know why I do this, but I take whatever is left over and I put it right where I did that earlier. I just think it's cute. I go in, I like this one a lot, but I think for like the pink look, I'm going to go in with this more rose goldy one. And it is in the color, oh, that's the Magic Hour one. So, I'm a finger kind of person, so I literally just put my finger in it. and it transfers so well. And I put that all over my lid. And these eyeshadows, it's so creamy. Like, it's so freaking soft. Like, look at how pretty that is. Oh, I love it. And then I take whatever excess is on there, bring it to the inner corner, and then I drag it about midway to the bottom of my lash line. Rinse and repeat. So there's that. And then I'm going to go in with the top one. Gosh, these are so soft. This one's in the color Heavenly. And I will put that in the inner corner. Okay, so this is what we're getting at right now. I'm not going to use this eyeshadow palette today. I mean, you definitely could put a pink on there, but since this is like a brighter pink, I don't want to put a dark one on there right now. Actually, I really do like this, the color Cherish, this like bright pink one. You know what, let's give it a go. I'm gonna take a little bit, and it's like a darker, put it like on the out corner. Ooh, it definitely adds more pink actually. I think I'm gonna pull this through. Ooh, okay. So it's not as goldy, but it goes well with the pink look. Very pretty. Oh, I'm glad I did that actually. And then I'll take it from the bottom then. Pretty full. I like that. Okay, I go in with my Lorac Pro. I think this is the second one. These are very old. I've had these for so long. And I go in with the color Snow. And this one, I literally just put in the corner of my eye. So once again, I use my finger because it's tried and true. And I just dab this in the middle. Or not in the middle, in the corner. And it just adds a nice little highlighted pop. That is all that I use from this one for that look. I go in with my original Lorac Pro palette. Also very old. I got them at the same time. And I had a lot of pan. And I go in with the color black. Like, that's what it's called. And what I do, so my eyes, like I said, they're hooded, which means I have a struggle with eyeliner. Now, normally for my eyeliner, I will follow just the line of my eye and go down and then just connect it. So it gives more of like a, I've heard the term puppy dog. That's just the way that my eyeline goes. However, for Valentine's look, I want to go for more of a cat eye. And with hooded eyes, a cat eye is like the bane of our existence because you can do this and the line would look so beautiful and sharp and everything. However, as soon as we were to open our eyes, it's just black. Like, you just lose all of the beauty that you just put on your eyelid. So I use this flat brush. It's from an Ipsy bag like 7 years ago. It's literally just from the Luxie brand, 221 flat definer brush. That's all it is. It is just a flat brush. And I dip it in the black, and I use it as my cheat sheet to line my eyes the way that I want, and then I will go in with a liquid liner and like follow that line and color it in like a coloring book. So I'm going to zoom in and show you how I do this. So first things first, I'm just dipping this in the black, and I'm going to rinse and repeat a lot. I'm probably not going to talk during this because concentration, baby, but yeah, just watch how I do it. Okay, so if you notice, I'm not connected to here. I bring it from my lower lash line and I follow the line of basically the eyeshadow that I just did. And then I'm going to open my eyes like as straight on as I normally would. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this to where my crease is. And fill that in a little bit just for my cheat sheet self. And then when I open, I've got this V. So I'm going to fill the edge in just a little bit. And it gives it just, oh, let me show you. Just a little V. I can bring that up a bit so that now whenever I open my eyes, I've got eyeliner, but I don't lose how pretty my eyeshadow is. And then I'll just take the bottom line and I'll bring it through to my crease because it makes my eyes look bigger too. Don't worry, we're going to fill this in. See? And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and take my M Cosmetics liner in felt tip illustrative eyeliner in the color black. And I'm going to follow all of those lines. So, what I like to do, because yeah, when I open it, you can still see a bit of this. I'm going to fill that in a little bit more, just for my own liking. All I do is just connect it more to my lash line. Yay! So, that's how it works out for me. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the other. Okay. That's how I do my cat eyeliner. And I think that it looks so cool. It's very illustrative. Now, before I show you what I do with more of my liquid liner, I'm not done. I am gonna just go in with whatever is remaining on this. And I just bring the shadow through. And I keep it a bit below my actual lash line. Because like I said, it makes my eyes look bigger. Okay, and I just like that look. What I like to do, and I actually learned this from Instagram. I saw somebody doing this in their pictures, and I was like, oh, that's so smart. You just take your liquid liner and you draw fake eyelashes on your bottom lash line. Okay, and then I'm actually going to pull my lash corners in. Just overdraw them a bit. And look at how much bigger they just look now. I'm going to go in with highlight. I use the MAC Hyper Real Glow. And it's like a, oh, that's me. It's a trio. And I go in usually with just the first two and I kind of mix them with my finger. And then I highlight with my finger because, as you can tell by now, it's what I like to do. So I just put highlighter where I would put, or where I would want things to be highlighted. And then I put a little bit on my lip. My cupid's bow, I guess. And there's that. I'm going to set my makeup. Because even though I don't use primer, I do still like it to stay, as long as possible. So I've been using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And I just spray this all over. And before I open my eyes, I tend to fan a little bit first, just to get it to dry. Because since I have hooded eyes, it does have a tendency to transfer. And the last thing I want is to ruin all of the work that we just did. So that's that. Now, mascara. I am a mascara fiend. I used to have this like white primer mascara, I think from Lancome, that I used. I don't use it anymore because it was a little travel size one. And it was good, but I just never bought it again. So I go in first with my M Cosmetics mascara and Pick Me Up. Yep. And I just kind of put this all over first and foremost. I also put it on the top of my lashes and coat that because, you know, doing eyeshadow and everything, some of the powder might get on your lashes. So I try to make sure I coat it and hide any of that might show up. Also, you can definitely wear falsies with this look. I don't wear falsies a lot, mainly because I have pretty nice long lashes. So I tend to just utilize that. However, when I do wear falsies, it's just even more dramatic. So you can definitely do that. I will say, my mascara that I actually go for and always use first is the Lancome Telescopic. Is it Lancome? L'Oreal, not Lancome, sorry. L'Oreal Telescopic in Carbon Black. I've been using it for 12 years, but I guess people are a big fan of it nowadays because I cannot find it in stores very often anymore. So know that that's what I would use first, but for now I'm using this one first. And I say first because I use more than one mascara. Rinse and repeat the other side. Okay, so this is what I have right now. And then I'm going to go in with my MAC Cosmetics in Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash. And it has a thicker brush. So I like to use that because it thickens it all up, I feel. Here, I'll keep it zoomed in for you. And I don't know if it makes a difference to y'all, but it made a difference to me. So then I do it again. Now my makeup is almost done. I have one last thing that I like to do. I'm not sponsored by this, but an Instagram ad got me good because I saw this and I was like, there's no way that this is real. And lo and behold, it was real. It's from the brand Wonder Skin, and the color is in XOXO, but it goes on blue and comes off whatever color you purchased. So let me wipe off my chapstick. Let me show you this. Here. Here we go. Look at that. So it's hard for me to talk whenever I put it on, but I do a few coats of both, and then you wait like 30 seconds to 60 seconds. The longer you leave it on, the more saturated it'll be. So here we go. Isn't that wild? And I just gotta get all the rest of the blue off. I'm not gonna lie, I usually see the ads, they like make it peel off evenly, and I'm like, y'all are lying. I can never get it to peel off evenly, but it's so pretty. But yeah, so I initially, whenever I first saw this, I was like, if this is real, this is going to save me so much pain. Because since I'm a streamer, if you don't know, I play video games for a living on Twitch. Have done so for 7, almost 8 years. I talk a lot, and I love wearing lipstick. I usually actually go for coral lipsticks, which is literally this, because it's my favorite tone on me. And I have to reapply all the time throughout the day, and it makes it like crusty and chapped and just not very fun. And so with this, I literally, look, mwah, nothing. It goes nowhere. And so all I do is keep this on all day, which it lasts all day, and it comes off with my makeup remover, and I just use my Aquaphor chapstick. And now it looks like lip gloss, but it's not. It's just chapstick. And it keeps my lips hydrated all day. So, yeah. That is my Valentine's look for you all. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that If you want to see me do a more romantic, like red look, let me know in the comments. I'm slowly getting better at learning to edit my last video. Of course, there were some trials and errors, like some of the pictures weren't blown up in the right proportions. But it's a learning curve for me, and I hope that you're enjoying this journey alongside with me. I will say my brother has a Mac laptop on the way because he is going to learn video editing to help me with my gaming material. So we'll get gaming stuff up here very soon, hopefully in the next, I'll say, a month or two, maybe 3, hopefully not that long. But yeah, in the meantime, I'll do stuff like this, things that are easy for me to edit. And if you want to catch me live, I'm live Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time over on twitch.tv/Seum, SEUM. Come hang out, come chat with us, come be a part of this family, and don't forget to, follow the socials and join the Discord. We're a lovely community. Okay, well, stay extra magical, my friends.